The color, the legs, the tannins. Such a professional way to taste wine. But let's be honest. Does this feel a little bit like chemistry lesson? You swill, sniff, sip, but are you feeling the wine? For me, drinking wine isn't about overanalyzing. It's about tapping into your senses and your experience. So let's do this wine tasting together in a little bit different way. Test your expectations. A very famous sommelier told me once, you have to imagine your wine taste like a world map. It depends on how many places you have seen already. Where you grew up and what you ate shapes your taste. Most people start with sweet wines, move to smooth commercial wines, and then fall for the big personalities. Bold, expressive wines. Our expectations shape how we experience taste. What if we flip that? Think of a wine you didn't like. Maybe a Shiraz felt too edgy, or a Chardonnay too oaky. Curious what that says about your personal taste? I actually made a fun little quiz to help you discover your wine personality. No snobbery, just a flavor profile. Now deliberately seek out the opposite. This trains your palate, challenges assumptions, and might just reveal a wine you never expected to love. Expectation shapes perception. So let's put that to the test. Ever wonder why we twirl the wine like it's a magic potion? It's not just for show. The tannins, those edgy little molecules, need oxygen to chill out. More oxygen, smoother wine. And here's the twist. Wine isn't just alcohol in a fancy glass. Alcohol is only a byproduct. At its core, wine is fermented fruit. And in that process, you get polyphenols, tannins, anthocyanins, resveratrol, basically a bouquet of powerful plant compounds that actually do stuff for your body. It's flavor, chemistry, and even a little wellness, bottled. The right way of smelling wine can feel like a real yoga pose, because you want that the alcohol is escaping and not landing in your nose. So I'm showing you a much more relaxed pose. It's still important that you're only smelling with one side of your nose, but like this is pretty much sufficient. Did you know that one nostril smells better like the other one? So try this.
Called the nasal cycle. Every few hours, your body switches nostrils without you even noticing. This helps your nose stay moist, filter dust, and even enhance your sense of smell.
Here's the real trick. Your subconscious knows much more about wine than you realize. Even if you don't know anything about wine, your brain picks up details. That's quite amazing, actually. Try tasting wine without overthinking. Play a game. Imagine the wine as a person. What is the personality? How does this person behave? Is it a woman? Is it a man? One time I was sitting next to a marketing executive from a big wine cellar in Tuscany. This wine cellar opening was in a Shiraz-oriented wine appellation. And I had to admit, I don't like Sangiovese very much. She smiled at me and said, "What if Sangiovese would be a man? How would you imagine him?" I would imagine him like a timid man. At first glance, you don't notice him. But over time, because he's persistently, he starts to win you over. And suddenly you realize, I really don't want to live without him anymore. I tried this game with my hotel guests. Like, imagine the wine is a person. And I was amazed by the results. Even total beginners described the wine in ways that made completely sense. Here is the thing. Foods like cheese and olive oil totally change how wine tastes. And some people swear by drinking red before white. A wine importer once told me the acid in white ruins your palate. Who knew? And here is my pro tip to reset your palate. Cheese changes the taste of wine in wild ways. Its fat coats your tongue, softening acidity and tannins, while the umami and salt make the wine's fruit flavors pop. But what if you want to reset your palate between tastings? Try these tricks. Plain bread or crackers. The simplest way to absorb lingering flavors. Water. Cleanses your mouth without altering perception. Green apple slices. Acidity neutralizes tannins and fats. Sparkling water. The bubbles help scrub away residual flavors. Celery or cucumber. Neutral and refreshing. Just a quick note. If you are going to happen to have a white wine like me in the glass that is very yellow, this is a quite obvious indicator for a barrel-aged white wine grape. Also, you most probably will taste some butter and vanilla in the mouth.